Hello, hello, collective. I hope you guys are having an absolutely beautiful weekend. So this weekend I wanted to try something different, and a while ago I had somebody leave a comment and ask me about doing pick a pile reads, and this is something I had never done before, so I was sort of unsure about it, but definitely open to the idea. I got some new decks of cards, and I'm definitely feeling like I can bring all of these together and I can do some pick power reads today. I was feeling like it's time for a new adventure. So what I have 4 decks of oracle cards. So I'm going to do 3 piles though. So one is going to be my energy oracle cards. One is going to be the manifestation oracle cards that also double with moonology, but we're going to sort of focus with the manifestation sides of that and the messages that go along with that in this deck as well. And then we have the elemental oracle cards, which were really calling to me. Now, also, I have these beautiful, wonderful Spirit of the Animal Oracle cards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shuffle this deck, the Animal Oracle cards. I'm gonna grab one for each of these piles to add to it now, so that you can see me sort of adding. This will be unique to each pile, and then I'll sort of give you guys a little cutaway, a little picture of each of the piles that I've put together, and you can take a good look at them and sort of just allow one pile to be chosen for you. So this is for the first one. This is going to be with the energy oracle card. So we'll get shuffling again, and we'll see which one pops out for those moonology manifestation oracle cards. And guys, I want you to practice using your intuition today. So I want you, like I said, when you're looking at the pictures for these piles, I want you to be able to sort of close your eyes and focus in your mind and let one of them get chosen for you. Let one of them stand out for you, because we each have these intuitive abilities. Just sometimes we don't always get a chance to practice them. So I feel like it's important today to help you out with that too, you guys, and sort of work that into our read as well. Because Guys, I feel like once you choose that and once we go through the read, you're going to find that that read actually really speaks to you and your intuition was very true in leading you to it. Alrighty, so I have these cards all set up. And then I'll use my tarot deck to clarify with each and every one of them. So we'll have sort of for the one read, and then I'll have like a little cut where I can sort of reorganize and shuffle things so you guys don't have to watch me sort of monkeying around with stuff. And then we'll get set for the second read, and we'll do the same for the third. Alrighty guys, so I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to put that on this screen with each of the piles, and like I said, look at the piles and close your eyes and focus. Allow yourself to get pulled to a particular oracle deck. Alrighty, go for it guys. Hey guys, welcome back. Okay, so if you picked pile number 1 with the energies oracle cards, that is what we're going to start with. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to overturn the Spirit of the Animals oracle card. So that's how we're going to sort of set the tone for the read today. So this one is Owl, and Owl represents magic. So it says, choose to know the truth because you can. Open your inner vision. You can see through deception. Let the past go and make room for a better life. Rise up. Magic and wisdom are your birthright. That's a great card to start your read with. So this card definitely is talking about inner truth. It might also speak to truths in somebody who you're dealing with in life. If you're dealing with maybe a relationship with somebody who's deceptive, or you suspect them of being deceptive, to sort of trust your intuition that it's not leading you astray. But this card definitely is reflecting inner truths as well, and being true to yourself, moving in a path that's true to you. We're going to use these oracle cards and we're going to add to this read. We'll see what's going on with these guys, and I can feel them jumping around already, so they're just about ready to get going. Yeah, I got them going sideways here. So we're going to start from the top. So I have the Royal You, which definitely ties into this Owl card, right? Because that last line of the Owl card was magic and wisdom are your birthright. So this is all about being your best self, and being able to recognize inner truths is going to help you to be your best self. So, and I'm not talking about like recognizing, okay, well, I'm not a good housekeeper, or I nag, or things like that. I'm talking about recognizing, okay, I'm honest and I'm loyal and I'm smart and I'm capable and I'm kind. Those beautiful things about you, recognizing them, believing them, and embracing them, and then moving through life with those, allowing those to shine through. I also have a higher view. That's pretty interesting. We got an owl in there as well, and it speaks of wisdom. It speaks of perspective, being able to step back and find wisdom within a new perspective and find clarity. So definitely tying in to that owl card as well. That's pretty interesting, guys. I do have a deep breath. This deep breath card speaks of a need to be able to take a step back from what's going on in life and sort of take time to breathe, take time to relax, sometimes even meditate as well. This might be where you're going to get your higher view, taking time for reflection, time by yourself to be able to find these inner truths and embrace who you truly are. I do have the power of purpose. This is going to drive you. These truths, these inner truths, are going to drive you forward and inspire you to be your royal self and to move forward into a new chapter of your life, guys. I also, holy shit, and then I got shining through. Absolutely perfect. These cards are all fit for each other. This is, like I said, I don't know if there's a chapter of your life that's coming to an end right now, or if this is just speaking of sort of taking stock and sort of coming up with your own rebirth, just feeling like, you know what, I just need change. I just need to be different in life, and being different, allowing these beautiful qualities in yourself to shine through, is going to help to get you to where you need to go, because we do have destined paths, and this is part of what's going to take you to where you belong. I do have the Three Cups. Excellent. So the Three Cups represents happiness and celebration. And this might be speaking to just realizing these truths about yourself and the emotions that come along with this inspiration, because I feel lots of, that's the word that I feel, inspiration, inspired, like inspired, this excitement for this new chapter, this empowerment to move forward. I do have the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Cups represents new beginnings, and Cups does tend to speak to emotions. So this might be an emotional new beginning for you. And maybe, like I said, you are dealing with some sort of a loss, some sort of a hit on your self-esteem, or maybe just feeling like things are blah, and just really needing that change. And this is going to do it for you guys. I do have the Six of Swords, so moving from stormier times to calmer ones in your life. This is going to bring about a very positive change in your life. I have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands can represent conflict. This might be an inner conflict or an outer conflict. With an outer conflict, this might be where this new perspective is needed, because maybe it's a relationship, and this is, I think I said it already before, if this is a relationship, it might have come with sort of a hit on your self-esteem and feeling a little bit down on yourself, or focusing on negatives instead of focusing on all the wonderful qualities and unique things about you that make you you. If it's inner conflict, this can definitely speak of those feelings as well, and sort of wrestling with that and trying to find that self-empowerment and that self-esteem. Do you have the Ace of Pentacles? The Ace of Pentacles represents new beginnings. Pentacles can speak to finance, so we might be speaking about a couple different aspects in your life, depending. You might be maybe looking to start a new career as well, and this self-empowerment is going to give you the drive to move forward and do that. I also have the Chariot card. Great card to get. This card is all about perseverance. It's all about moving forward and embracing the future, moving in a positive new direction. We do have the Knight of Swords too. The Knight of Swords can represent victory in truth and honesty, and there is a bird up in that tree with him, and birds do tend to represent wisdom, so that would tie into that owl card, and the higher view card, which has an owl in it as well. Finding that wisdom in truth, in inner truth and honesty. I have the Queen of Swords too, and the Queen of Swords also represents that truth and integrity, that being true to yourself. She does represent more the logical side of you too, so it might be part of this dealing with emotions, this taking a step back and sort of looking deeper within yourself, setting emotion aside and looking at yourself a little more logically and recognizing those good qualities that you have, because sometimes our emotions block that out and we can't see it because we're sad, or because somebody's shitting on us, or whatever it is that we're going through in life that makes it hard to really look at ourselves and go, yeah, no, I'm smart and I am a good person and I'm funny and I'm loyal and I'm kind, and really see those things about yourself and go, hey, yeah, I am a good person. I am a great person. I have these wonderful qualities and I can reach my goals. I also have the World card. That's awesome. So this World card is a good omen card. It represents positive things manifesting for you, but these are not ones that show up out of the blue. This is not like winning the lottery. This is not like luck, guys. These are ones that you have to earn, and usually through eating some shit sandwich that you get from life. But definitely it comes with lessons, it comes with growth, and it comes with reward. And this reward is going to happen from doing the work with this wisdom, this royal you, this higher view, this power of purpose, the shining through, doing this emotional work where you look within yourself and see these inner truths. This is your work that you have to do to be able to obtain the rewards that are going to come with this World card. And the rewards are this Ace of Pentacles. It is this Ace of Cups. It's some sort of a new beginning that's going to be coming your way. I have the Two of Cups as well. So the Two of Cups can represent a relationship, sometimes a deep emotional relationship. It might be romantic. This might be a friend or a family member as well, possibly someone to lean on or be close to while you're going through this period in your life. Somebody who can give you a new perspective, somebody who sees you for what you are, all the good qualities. So you might need to look at yourself through somebody else's eyes to be able to see that new perspective, to see how others view you in a positive way. If it is tied to the Five of Wands and conflict and possibly a relationship where somebody's shitting on you, that is what it would speak to as well. And maybe taking a deeper look at that. I don't feel a lot of negative feelings coming off of this. I feel through someone else's eyes. Those are the words that come into my mind. You need to look at yourself through someone else's eyes and someone who loves you. So this is, like I said, this is a friend, this family member, maybe a lover, whoever this is. If you could look at yourself the way that they look at you, you would be surprised. I think that would really boost your self-confidence, guys. I do have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can represent holding on to something or holding back, or holding on to something that is holding you back. Definitely whatever this negativity is. I don't want to, the inner truths are what you need to find. It's what you're thinking now. It's the negative things. The negative things are going to hold you back from life. They're going to hold you back from evolving and moving forward. I do have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles represents something you've been working towards for a long time, finally coming to fruition. This is all tied within. This is tied within this work that you need to do within yourself, that the cards are saying, being able to recognize these positive truths about yourself, to be able to move forward and move on. This is actually a critical part of your path to obtaining your goal. And unless you do this, you're probably not going to your goal. This is what the cards are saying to me. This is part of your steps along the way, because we don't just jump from A to Z. There's a whole lot of in between there, and this is one of your in betweens. This is part of the path to get to where you need to go in life, to get to your destiny, guys. I'm going to pull a couple more cards here. So we have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups is like your happily ever after card. It's sort of what you've been working towards, what you've been wanting for a while. This is what your goal represents. This is that thing that finally comes to fruition, that the Knight of Pentacles is speaking to. And a big part of this is within you. And that's why the cards are talking about this change, because you can't have whatever this happiness is if you're feeling the way that you feel, and if you're looking at yourself the way that you look at yourself. You need a new perspective on who you are as a person, and a new way to feel deep on the inside, to be able to fully embrace whatever this wonderful goal is that you have, and to really enjoy every aspect of it. Alrighty, guys, that is what the cards said to me for your read. So if this was the one that you picked, remember, if you let your intuition guide you, I think you'll be quite pleasantly surprised that this is something that's probably going to resonate quite closely with you. Alrighty, thank you so much for tuning in. And if you're just watching all of them to watch, just hang on a second and I will get everything organized and we'll get started with the next deck of Oracle cards. Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so if you guys picked the Moonology Manifestation cards, that is the deck that we're working with now. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn over the Spirit of the Animals card. So this is going to sort of set the tone for your read. So this card is Penguin. So Penguin represents authentic, being authentic. So reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. Wow, this is a great card to start your read with. So let's be going through something in your life where you're feeling maybe a little bit torn, maybe torn about being who you truly are, or moving forward in an authentic way, maybe working towards a goal that you secretly want, maybe afraid of a little bit of judgment if you go for it there, guys. This penguin card encourages you to be who you truly are, to not hide yourself from the world, to not hide yourself from your family, and to lean on the people around you when things get rough. Let's see what these manifestation oracle cards have to say about this. So we'll keep shuffling. We'll let them sort of join up with this penguin energy. I can feel them already starting to go. They're jumping around in my hand here, and these ones did not want to go. We're gonna start with the top here. So I have work through your feelings. Interesting. So this card is definitely speaking to that insecurity, to the fear, to being able to sort of just open up and be who you are, releasing that fear of judgment, that fear of what other people are going to think of you. I also have forgive. Interesting. So this might be other people around you who maybe were cruel to you in the past, because maybe you did open up about who you were and maybe you were ridiculed, and so now you're afraid to do it again. But this might speak of a need to be able to let that go, to fully embrace who you are, not hang on to any sort of resentments that might bleed out to the people around you and new people who maybe don't even judge you, but it might make you sort of defensive because of all the shit that happened in the past, and sort of you get your hackles up very quickly. I also have pushed through any insecurity. As beautiful man, are these cards ever fitting together today? So whatever this is, this fear of judgment, maybe judgment from the past as well that you're still hanging on to, the negative emotions from, being able to push through all of that, to set it aside and truly embrace who you are. Not an easy feat, guys, I know. I also have talk less, feel more. This is part of being your authentic self and hiding how you feel. This is what this card is representing. These are the words that I see in my mind. This is hiding how you feel, sort of covering up your feelings by saying something different, to avoid that judgment, to avoid that ridicule that you feel is going to come your way. Because guys, let's face it, you don't know what somebody else is going to be like. So you might face that ridicule, but you might not as well. And you might perceive that it's going to come your way, so you behave differently when you're not really giving the other person a chance to get to know who you truly are. They might be extremely accepting and more than you think. I also have leave the past behind. So we're definitely talking about moving forward in a new way, embracing who you truly are. And this is going to be a new chapter for you. This is going to count as a new chapter in your life, guys. So we're going to be ending a chapter of insecurity. We're going to be ending a chapter of hiding who we are, all our unique qualities, maybe something that drives us, something very important and near and dear to us. I also have the Nine of Pentacles. The Nine of Pentacles represents happiness and abundance. This is what you are going to obtain by being able to let your guard down and be who you truly are. Let go of these insecurities, let go of these fears. You're going to find a lot more happiness in your life because you're going to be able to openly work towards whatever goal it is that you're wanting to get. Where before you had to hold yourself back. You felt like you had to hold yourself back. You weren't allowed to have what you truly wanted, so you can't obtain it then, right? But being honest with yourself, being authentic, being open, this is going to help you moving forward and obtaining those goals. I also have the Devil card. So this Devil card can represent a destructive force in your life. So it can speak to a lot of different things. It can speak to addictions. It can speak to thoughts. It can speak to feelings. It can speak to some people around you. This is from the past, and it's this fear and this insecurity. This is what the Devil card represents. These things will hold you back from finding success in life. They will have a destructive force because you never get to truly be happy and have what you want if you're always hiding. I also have the Ten of Swords. The Ten of Swords represents a disappointing ending, but one that is beneficial for you in the long run. So this is speaking to bringing some sort of a chapter of your life to an end. And it might just be this fear, this insecurity that, let's face it, is kind of a safety bubble too, right, guys? I mean, it does keep you from getting what you want, but it keeps, I feel the words like it keeps you from getting ridiculed. Like it feeds that sort of insecurity, or insulates you. That's the word I was looking for. Like insulates you from the world. So it's like this safety blanket. So letting go of that is not easy, but it definitely does bring about some beautiful changes in your life, and it allows you to grow and to evolve into who you're truly meant to be. I also have the Seven of Swords. So this Seven of Swords represents a feeling of unfairness, like something was taken from you unfairly or lies. This is part of what you're hanging on to too. And this is part of your forgive work. This is part of your forgive work and your leave the past behind. Whatever this was something that somebody did to you. And I get the distinct impression from the cards, from Spirit, that you tried to be open about who you were at one point in time in your life. And this is when this event occurred. And because this event occurred, this is what caused you to sort of retreat within and put up this wall, this false face, and hide certain things about yourself and not come forward and not let them loose. I also have the Hierophant. So this Hierophant can speak to a higher learning. He can speak to a mentor as well. So there might be somebody in your life who you admire, who you see going through life in a way that you would like to do that. And it speaks to being inspired by them and sort of being able to use them, like I said, as a mentor, being able to follow in their footsteps in being true to yourself. It can also speak of a higher power being on your side and encouraging you forward as well, guys. I do have the Four of Swords. So this Four of Swords represents taking time to heal. This is all about processing the stuff from the past, this forgiveness work. This is what this Four of Swords ties into, this processing those feelings so that you can let them go and move forward. I also have the Five of Pentacles, something missing. And it's because you haven't been living your authentic life. This is what the Five of Pentacles represents, that something's been missing in your life. Some part of your life you've been feeling it's like it's empty or it's lacking. Because it can represent going through a rough time financially. So I always get the word broke in my mind. But we're not always talking about finances when we talk about these reads. A lot of times we're talking about things that are much deeper. So this is like being broke in a different way. And it has to do with emotions, and it has to do with fulfillment, and it has to do with who you truly are as a person and living your authentic life. And this piece of you has been missing for a while, and it's been causing this empty feeling as well, that you can't have what you want. I also have the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles is good news on the way. This is tied to the Five of Pentacles. And again, Pentacles does usually speak to finance, but we're not talking about finances here. We're talking about something much deeper. And so in this, the Pentacles represents the area of your life that you're feeling is missing. So this Page of Pentacles is good news on the way. The good news is related to that. The good news is related to you being able to process those emotions, practice that forgiveness, that leaving the past behind, them moving forward, working through your fears, working through your feelings, those insecurities, letting it go, and truly embracing who you are. That is your good news on the way. That is what the Page of Pentacles represents in this read. I also have the Emperor. Okay, guys, so I've been getting this a lot lately with this Emperor card. To me, he's always the epitome of success. So it's like everything you view representing success in life, whether you're somebody who's very career-oriented or you're looking to settle down and find someone to love and have a family or buy a home or this or that, whatever it is, this is what he represents in your read. In your read, he's deeper than that, because he's not talking about a job, he's not talking about a home, he's not talking necessarily about a romantic relationship. He is talking about who you truly are as a person. Everything to do with you, this piece of you that's been missing, that you've had to repress, that you haven't been able to truly bring forward and allow to be free. It's that side of you that you dream about being. This is who the Emperor represents. So having him in your read and having him sit next to that Page of Pentacles, remember what the Page of Pentacles represents, that good news on the way, that change that you're going to be making in your life, or that the cards are encouraging you to make in your life, is showing you that you can grow into this Emperor who you truly want to be, guys. I also have the Queen of Swords. So this Queen of Swords represents being true to yourself. She represents that honesty, that integrity. This is what she's speaking to in this read, being true to who you are, those inner truths. I do have the King of Swords as well, so we might be looking at finding somebody who's a match for you, who has those same qualities, those same views, being able to embrace that relationship, but not being able to find that person until you are your true you. Because until you are your true you, nobody can love you for who you are, because you're not showing anybody who you are. This is very important to bring this who you are, this Emperor, it's important to bring him forward, and to live through him, to live this life, this emperor life that you're wanting, because this is where you're going to find your match. I also have the Two of Swords, and this Two of Swords, this speaks of fear, this speaks of insecurity, this speaks of all those things that have been holding you back, that you've been torn. You've wanted to live this life for some time, you've wanted to be authentic to yourself, but this Two of Swords is speaking to the fear side of that that's been holding you back. So you've been torn at having trouble making that decision. The cards are all saying now is the time, though. Now is the time to start being who you truly are. If you want this emperor, if you want to be this emperor, you want this Queen and King of Swords relationship, this match, this love, whatever this is in mind, the only way that you can get this is being who you truly are and not hiding yourself anymore. We're going to pull one more card here, guys. So we have Judgment. What is as a perfect card to get. This is absolutely wonderful, and it completely fits in your read. She is my karma card. So she represents getting back what you put out into the world. So this is not just about, you're an asshole and then something bad happens to you as a slap from karma. This is speaking to being your authentic self, being who you truly are, doing this emotional work, putting forward these positive energies and this authentic self into the world is going to bring you equal rewards. And that speaks to this matching king and queen, this goal that you're having, this authentic love, this authentic whatever this is. You have to be authentic first to be able to receive it back. That's what she's saying in this read. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed that part of your read. If you're hanging on to watch the next step, I'm just going to shut it down for a quick second. I'm going to shuffle everything, cleanse my cards, so that I'm ready to get going with the next pile. Alrighty, take care guys. Hey everyone, welcome back. Okay, so if you chose the elemental deck, this is going to be your read. So we'll get started with the Spirit Animal Oracle card that we pulled to begin with. This is going to set the tone for your read, guys. Okay, so we pulled sea otters. Such the art on this card, I'm sorry, it's just so absolutely adorable. I love sea otters, it's freaking cute. Okay, so sea otters represent happiness. Be the master of playful living. Release expectations and enjoy every day. Let worry go and instead choose love. Surrender to the waves. Your good destiny of love is sure. What a great card to have, guys. So this definitely speaks of being able to not just go with the flow, but embrace the beautiful things in life. So don't get so bogged down in all the stress and all the worry, which, guys, is really hard to do. I'm not trying to sound preachy here. I completely get it. When you're stuck in the middle of the shit, it is very hard to find fun and happiness, but definitely this card speaks of that need to be able to embrace those fun things, to carve out time for yourself to be able to do the things that you enjoy, that will help you to decompress and find a lot more happiness and quality of living in your everyday life. Let's get going with these elemental cards. Let's see what they got going on, what they have to say about the Sea Otter card. Definitely, I hope you guys used your intuition. I hope you practiced, and that's how you were led to this deck. I think you'll find that if you did, it's going to resonate with you a lot more. And I got one that went sideways. This is the first card that we're going to use. So this card represents passion. So passion is all about the soul, healing your soul, feeding your soul. These are the words that I see in my mind. This is about feeding your soul. You haven't been doing that, and that's why the cards are starting to preach. You're going to get worn down and you're going to get burnt out. You're definitely missing this element in your life at this level of happiness, of joy that's going to recharge your batteries and inspire you to move forward for the future. I have inner core. So inner core is representing that inner peace, that finding that within yourself, this, like I said, feeding your soul. It's going to help to inspire you. It's going to help to ground you, inspire you, and help you to move forward and find happiness, guys. I also have mountain. Mountain represents clarity. So if you can think about it like climbing to the top of a mountain for a new perspective, it sort of helps you to find clarity in a situation. So there might be something that you're going through that's super stressful as well. And because your emotions are so high, you're having trouble finding clarity within it. And that's might be another reason why the cards are griping at you, to be able to take some time and have fun, to take some time to decompress. This might show you what's really important in life, guys. These are the words that are coming into my mind, that you're focused on it might be getting ahead, maybe building financially, working towards some sort of a goal or something that's going on, that you're actually losing sight of all the day-to-day happiness, which is really what it's all about, having quality of life. That's what we all want, guys. We want to be happy on a daily basis. We don't want to be just slaving away all the friggin' time. And I feel like that's what you're doing. And the cards are trying to remind you that the entire point of why you're doing it is to enjoy your day-to-day life, and you need to start enjoying it now too. Don't rob yourself of it now, and keep putting it off until later. I also have volcanoes. Volcanoes represent power. It's all about empowerment and choosing, taking action. It can be a very masculine energy as well, kind of like yang, if we were using a different deck of cards, which can speak to a masculine energy. But this is definitely about power, taking your power back. So not slaving away and not stressing yourself out, not wearing yourself down, being able to carve out that time for yourself and take control back and find your happiness, guys. I do have pressure, and pressure represents transformation. So this can speak to a new chapter of your life, or a transitional period, but one that you did not choose. To me, this card represents one that circumstance has chosen for you. So something has gone on in your life. You didn't just wake up one morning and go, okay, I want to start a new chapter. I'm going to go do something different now, or I'm going to have this relationship come to an end, or I'm going to start a new job, or I'm going to blah, blah, blah. No, this was things that happened around you that has pushed you into this change, and that would explain where a lot of the stress is coming from in trying to bring about inner peace, trying to find balance again, trying to find harmony, trying to get your feet back under you, depending on what this transition is all about. I also have the Ten of Swords, guys. Sorry. So the Ten of Swords represents a disappointing ending, but it also speaks of one that's beneficial for you in the long run. So this is where this pressure comes in, and the outside world that, and I do feel higher power. I see the words higher power in my mind, had a hand in whatever this is, no matter how disappointing this ending is. It needed to happen so it could drive you to something better, somewhere you would not have otherwise gone, if not for this transitional time that you were pushed into. This is actually giving you the opportunity and the means to move in a different direction, to move in a direction that's more beneficial for you, that you are going to have this quality of life, guys. I also have the Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles represents something you've been working towards for a long time, finally coming to fruition. To me, it speaks of a journey with a positive ending. This is part of your journey. This is a very important part of your journey that is sending you on the path that you need to be able to get to a goal, to attain a goal. And this goal might just be quality of life. That might be the most important part of this goal. So other bits and pieces might not come up in the read. This might be the most important part of it, is that the cards know, the powers that be know that's something that you're lacking right now, and that is something that you need, and that's what they're trying to help you to find. I also have the Ten of Wands, which represents feeling overwhelmed or overburdened, and that would definitely tie into what's going on here with this transitional period and all of the stresses that go along with it and the heavy worry. I do have the Star card, so the Star card represents clarity as well, just like the Mountain. The thing about the Star card, though, is it actually represents hope too. So hope for the future, this clarity that you're going to get, this is where your hope comes from. And in that hope, I feel inspiration. I feel inspiration. I feel positive drive to move forward for the future. So this is what this clarity is going to bring to you. I also have the Chariot card. So the Chariot card represents perseverance. This is encouragement for you to move in a forward, positive way in life. It's encouragement from tarot. It's encouragement from the powers that be. I also have the Wheel of Fortune card. Excellent. So the Wheel of Fortune card represents your fortunes changing for the better. So this is what this Ten of Swords is talking about. And this change needed to happen to get you to a better place in your life. And it's a change that you would not have chosen for yourself for whatever reason in your life. You would not have just woken up one morning and decided this was a change that you were going to make. So the powers that be sort of forced your hand on it, which is, I hate when it happens. It's happened to me before. It happens to just about everybody. Circumstance forces us to change to something else. But once we get further on in the future and we're able to stop and look back at this moment in time right now, you'll see how this was actually a critical part. This played a very critical role in getting you to a much better place. I also have the Empress. So the Empress is all about growth. This is speaking to you. This is speaking to you growing as a person. This is speaking to you finding inner peace, finding harmony, balance, and this might even speak to your spirituality as well. This is going to be different aspects of your life that you're growing in. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be uncomfortable. Like it already is pretty friggin' uncomfortable, but things are going to get better. And in her, I just feel peace and harmony. This is going to take you to this inner core that's all about inner peace as well. If you can see the art in inner core, that's what I see in it. I see peace and harmony in that. And I see the same thing in the Empress. So we have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands represents conflict. This can speak to an outer conflict that might have caused this Ten of Swords, this disappointing ending to begin with. It might be a conflict that you're still involved in. Like if a relationship came to an end and you're having to argue over assets or something like that. This can also speak to an inner struggle as well and an inner conflict, which I feel is definitely something that you are fighting right now for sure. This is tied into the stress, the overwhelming stress and emotions of this transition, of this change. I have the Three of Pentacles. So the Three of Pentacles is a great card. This card represents starting to see the fruits of your labor. This is speaking to this change that you're going to be making. I feel positive things are going to start coming your way. It might not happen tomorrow, it might not happen the next day, but I feel like sooner rather than later, you're going to start to see some positive changes in your life, some positive events happening, some sort of positivity coming towards you. And as you embrace this change, as you embrace happiness, finding joy again, moving forward, you're going to find more and more of these things because you're going to be more open to them and looking for them. And the joy that comes from just taking joy in your everyday life, doing things that are fun, this is part of your Three of Pentacles that's going to come to you as well. These are part of the positive things that are coming to you too, and they're going to feed your soul and help to build you back up in this new chapter of your life. I also have the Four of Wands. So the Four of Wands represents building for the future. This is setting down roots. This might also speak to this transitional time too. This might have been something that you were trying to build that came to an end. But definitely we are going to be building for a new chapter. And it is tying into this Empress and growing and evolving to a higher level of finding that inner peace, that happiness, that confidence as well. I have the Fool card. The Fool card is all about a new perspective. He can speak to taking a leap of faith as well, but I feel new perspective in this. And it's going to come from doing these things that make you happy. It's going to come from feeding your soul. It's going to change your outlook on the world. It's going to change your outlook on life and on yourself as well, guys. I also have the Nine of Swords, and the Nine of Swords is where you're stuck at right now. So the Nine of Swords can represent feeling trapped or stuck in negative emotions or thoughts, so much so that you have trouble finding clarity, like the Star card, like the Mountain. What the thing about the Nine of Wands or the Nine of Swords is when you're feeling this way, to take a step back and to look at your situation from a different perspective. And this is what this joy is all about, in finding joy in everyday life. It's all about a new perspective. It ties into that Fool card, a new perspective, right? The Nine of Swords is also the progression of the Eight of Swords, so we might be talking about depression and anxiety here as well. It definitely would tie into this Ten of Wands, just feeling extremely overwhelmed by this change, by the disappointment of something coming to an end, an ending that you did not choose for yourself. The cards are definitely recognizing your emotions and recognizing what you're struggling with here. I have the Two of Swords. So this will be the last card that we pulled. This Two of Swords represents the struggle that you're going through, this struggle to embrace a new chapter and move forward, because we're still feeling the emotions from the ending. We're still feeling the disappointment. Might even be having trouble finding clarity about what you want this new chapter of your life to look like. And sort of changing directions depending on what type of an ending this was. If there was a romantic relationship coming to an end, maybe you're wondering, am I ever going to find love again? Or if this was a career that came to an end and you're thinking, well, shit, now what? Now what do I do? Where do I go? Definitely speaks of that level of needing to find clarity. This also speaks of sorting out your emotions as well. And like I said, embracing joy, finding those happy things in life that feed your soul to move forward. This is tying into the Fool card. It's tying into this need for a new perspective. this is going to come, this new perspective, this clarity, this hope and inspiration for the future. It will come to you. And an important part of having this come to you is by healing your soul, by doing things that make you happy. So whatever it is that you absolutely love doing, if you have a special talent that helps you to express your emotions, maybe you haven't had time for because all this crazy shit that's going on, trying to make time for that, doing time, making time for things, like me, I've said in a bunch of my other reads, taking nature walks. I find it very meditative. I find it recharges my batteries. It helps me to gain a new perspective and outlook on life. Whatever that is for you, being able to do that, if it's spending time with family, if it's spending time with friends, traveling, whatever this is, you need to make time to be able to do this. This is going to help you to heal. It's going to help you to find clarity, a new perspective, and moving forward. And I see a lot of growth. I see you moving to a beautiful place where you have nothing but peace and harmony and happiness in your life. Alrighty guys, so that is what the Elemental Oracle cards on Tarot had to say to me. I hope that you enjoyed the read. I don't know if you watched the whole thing all the way through, if you just tuned in for this one, but I hope that did resonate with you. Feel free to comment, guys. I love hearing from you. I'd like to know if this pick a pile thing was good, if this is a good old thumbs up, and I'll keep trying to add this into the rotation and trying a bunch of new stuff as well. Alright guys, have a great rest of your day and take care.